I got a question yesterday on someone struggling to take the first action to actually start self improvement purely because they think they started too late. And I wasn't too bothered about that until I heard the fact that this guy is 17. I mean, what do you expect, like, to start self improvement when you're born? I don't understand. Now, I personally never believed that, there's something as too late to achieve anything. Forget self improvement. But if you think that it's too late to, go and work hard and achieve this thing, that means only one thing, and that is you don't actually want that bad enough. Imagine knowing you have this one life that you're not going to get to live again. You have this real passion, you want this real thing, that you're like, oh, I started a couple years later than most people would, so I'm not going to go and do it. You see how stupid that sounds? Because you literally have one life which could end any moment. Like any moment, it's gonna be like, oh, I'm too late, so I'm not gonna start. Now, a big reason that I've seen a lot of people often not go after a goal that's pretty big and huge and almost seems very ambitious is the fact that it takes a lot of time. This is a thought I often have as well. Whenever I'm gonna do my social media work, whatever, I'm often tired, sleepy, this, that, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? And one question that constantly pops up in my head during the time when I think about that is, what else would I do spending that time? Like, for example, if I'm spending 1 hour editing, what else would I do if I'm not going to edit? Sleep, watch Netflix, scroll on social media, and none of those things look like it's more worth it to me than actually spending it on something useful that could probably contribute to some YouTube growth. The point is, time is going to pass anyway. A lot of people say, I hate when people say this. I don't even understand how they come up with this. It takes a lot of time. Now imagine you're this 18-year-old guy, yeah? You want to start a YouTube channel, and you're like, it takes 4 years, okay, to become successful, for a YouTube channel to gain some popularity, whatever. It takes 4 years, and you're like, 4 years is a lot of time, and you're gonna ignore it. Or you think, oh, you know what, I'm gonna actually start posting videos. Either way, in 4 years time, you're gonna become 22 years old. You started 18, you're gonna become 22 in 4 years time. That's not gonna change. It's not like, oh, because it takes a lot of time, I'm not gonna do it, so time is not gonna pass. Time will pass anyway, so you might as well spend that time doing something useful. It takes a lot of time. What the takes a lot of time? I don't understand. What else are you gonna do? Oh, I'm gonna sit and watch Netflix instead. The fact that you're giving an excuse, that it's fine, but at least try to make the excuse make some sense. As I always say, if you don't want something bad enough, you're always going to find excuses to not do that. Oh, I'm too late to start it. Oh, my family doesn't support me. I don't have great mental health. The excuses can go on forever, but if you genuinely want something bad enough, I've experienced it myself, I have done it myself. It's like you won't even realize it, but there are certain things that you really want so bad, like deeply inside, and you will genuinely do anything. It may be the craziest of stuff, you will be willing to do it just because you get that thing. Just imagine as a kid the crazy stuff you would do just to get that toy that you saw from the store. Imagine the amount of times you would annoy your parents to get that. And that's just a very small example, but that carries on throughout your life. Anything in life, you want money, you want this girl, you want this whatever. If you really want it, if it bothers you a whole lot to the point where, man, I really need this thing, like, it doesn't even matter what plan you have, what confidence you have in yourself, you will get it. You will just somehow, you'll find a way to get it done. So don't ever give yourself excuses, because if you do, I have nothing to say, because that just means that you don't even want it bad enough in the first place. So that's all I have to say.